Good afternoon. My name is Alan Koh. Today's health talk is on irritable bowel syndrome, or in short, IBS, and also how energy medicine brings about or supports the body's metabolic processes to combat this medical condition. Well, what is irritable bowel syndrome? The symptoms of recurrent abdominal pain, abdominal discomfort, and a marked change in bowel habit, bowel movement, like alternate between constipation, diarrhea, for at least 6 months of the year, with symptoms experienced on at least 3 days of at least 3 months. This is the definition for doctors to confirm that it is IBS. And also 2 or more of the following must also apply, otherwise it's still not called IBS yet, where pain is relieved by bowel movement, where onset of pain is related to a change in frequency of the stool, and also the onset of pain is related to a change in the appearance of the stool. What are the causes of IBS? Spastic intestinal contraction. That means the muscles go into spasms. That's quite abnormal. Rather than regular contract, relax, it goes into some spasms, and so the stools cannot move on or move on too fast into diarrhea type of thing. Underlying cause of this spastic intestinal obstructions is unknown, but energy medicine can or may pick it up because lack of oxygen, lack of nutrients can make muscle cells very erratic. Where the movements, the functioning is concerned, and same as the nerves innervating the muscles. If you are lacking oxygen and nutrients, or too much toxins like neurotoxins, muscular toxins, they can also bring about irregularity in this bowel movement. If blood supply to the muscles of the intestines, to the nerves of the intestines is compromised, then of course you would expect IBS to be more so. Who are the people who can develop these conditions easier than others? One would be the age group of people between 20 and 50 years old. They tend to get this disease easier. But yes, younger than 20 years old can get it, just lesser incidence. And older than 50 years old can also get the disease, again, much lesser occurrences. Another group of people tend to get this problem is when they're depressed, when they got anxiety, or some people got stress, can bring about IBS signs and symptoms. And it happens to be more common in females than males for this particular medical condition. Now, when you know about stress causing IBS, it becomes quite a vicious cycle. Because IBS, yes, can be caused by stress. In fact, stress causes IBS. IBS can bring about more stress. When you got this condition, the whole life is turned upside down, and it's very stressful to have such a medical condition. But the stress itself can bring up more stress, and that will bring up more IBS, and it becomes a very, very vicious cycle. So the important thing is to nip it at the bud here, or nip it at the bud there. If you need to reduce the stress first, it will be electric energy treatment, absorbing more nutrients that can calm our brain cells' electrical activity down, like those antioxidants. Vitamin B complex tends to reduce stress quite well, same as those calmative type of nutrients. And even omega-3 can bring about reduction of the stress, and therefore reducing the IBS signs and symptoms. For IBS itself, you've got to ensure there's enough oxygen and nutrients going into the muscle cells of the intestines and the nerve cells innervating the muscles there. So electric energy treatment becomes important, as when the muscle cells and all the intestinal cells are fully charged, more oxygen and nutrients go in, more toxins cleared, making the muscular and the nerve function in that area particularly good against development of IBS. The signs and symptoms of IBS will be abdominal pain, bloatedness, change in bowel habits, alternating between constipation and diarrhea, and to finding out the triggering factors will be important way to control or manage our IBS. Do a personal diary of the food, of the feelings, or any sort of mood that you have that increases the IBS, trigger of the IBS symptoms. If certain food triggers off the IBS, try to avoid those food. If certain feelings like anger trigger off, or stress, or anxiety, or sleeplessness, then make sure you sleep better, make sure you reduce your anger, and even go for counseling treatment. So avoid the trigger factors. How about energy medicine supporting the body against this awful medical condition? Electric energy treatment that I mentioned earlier on. If you go back to the various causes of IBS, we talked about stress, and I already mentioned how electric energy treatment reduces stress, reduces insomnia, therefore bring about an improvement of the IBS. Anyone that's depressed, remember, they can also go for counseling treatment and do electric energy treatment so that more oxygen and nutrients go into the brain cells, more toxins cleared, and the depression levels should improve over time. Any spastic contraction of the muscle cells, you've got to have enough oxygen and nutrients there. So electric energy treatment is important. And flushing out the harmful chemicals causing the spasms, that would be electric energy treatment. If you improve the blood circulation to the intestinal area, even better. And that's when you do both the pulse electromagnetic field or magnetic energy treatment, and also the far infrared and the heat treatment. All these added together, much more blood flow to the intestines, especially when you sit on top of the machine that gives you all these treatments. For other important treatments, not only electric energy, which is the most important, magnetic energy improves blood flow, strengthens the immune system, and also drain away more toxins, transport more oxygen and nutrients to the intestinal area. And also the pulsating magnetic field can reduce abnormal electric spikes or erratic type of nerve impulses, and that can further reduce spasms. Far infrared can clear more local toxins when you sit on top of the far infrared platform, and that would reduce intestinal inflammation, because far infrared is also to reduce inflammations. The combination of detox and reduction of inflammations can bring about a stronger intestinal mucosa, that's the lining of the intestines, and the muscle and so on, to be much better contraction, relaxation, to regulate back our bowel movement, not into constipation, not into diarrhea anymore. Thermoxibustions are two treatments in one. Thermos means heat treatment, heat up the area, more blood flow to the area, more metabolic processes of repair and recovery. And then moxibustion is the stimulation of the meridian points in the area, and therefore the qi flow can be maintained at a very good level, or if there's any blockages in qi flow, moxibustion stimulation of the meridian points can actually unblock qi flow. And with more qi going into the muscles and the nerves in the intestines, the performance will be much, much better, and therefore the IBS would improve. When you add all these four treatments together, electric energy, magnetic energy, far infrared energy, and thermoxibustion heat energy, you cannot but expect IBS to keep on improving. Thank you very much.